My beloved child, you have come here today because something deep within you knows you're in the right place. You're not here by accident. My hand has guided you to these words. Every beat of your heart, every breath you take, has been watched over by my love. And right now I want you to know that you are exactly where you need to be. The burdens you've been carrying, the silent cries you've whispered into the night, the doubts that have tried to convince you there's no way forward, I have heard them all. You've longed for an answer, a sign, something that would tell you you're not forgotten. This is that sign. I am speaking to you. I am here. I am for you, not against you. You may have wondered if your life is truly seen, if your pain has any meaning, or if your struggles are simply random waves tossing you about. But I want you to understand none of this is without purpose. The challenges you faced, the moments when your heart felt like it would break under the weight of disappointment, have been seen by me. I have never turned away from you. Even in the silence, I was working. Even in the waiting, I was shaping something inside you that the storms of life could never destroy. You're not just surviving this season, you are being prepared for something far greater than you can imagine. And I know you want to see what's ahead. You want the full picture, the complete plan, so you can understand why things have unfolded the way they have. But there is power in the mystery. There is strength that grows when you learn to trust me without having every detail in advance. I'm not hiding the future from you to punish you. I'm holding it close, because if you could see the entirety of what I've planned, it would overwhelm you in ways you're not ready for yet. But hear me. What's coming is good, better than good. It will redeem every tear, every sleepless night, every time you thought you wouldn't make it through. That's why the stakes are high right now. This is not just about enduring a hard season, it's about who you're becoming in the process. It's about the faith that's being forged in you, a faith that will carry you through trials you can't yet see and victories you haven't yet dreamed of. If you walk away now, if you give in to despair, you'll miss the transformation I've been working in your heart, and I don't want that for you. I want you to step into the fullness of the life I've created you for. I want you to see the miracles I've been arranging on your behalf, the doors I've been unlocking, the healing I've been preparing. And I need you to know something else. What I'm doing in you is unlike what I'm doing in anyone else. This is not a mass-produced plan. This is handcrafted for you. Your story, your wounds, your dreams, your battles, they've all been woven into a tapestry that only I could design. No one else can walk this exact path, because no one else has been called to carry exactly what I've entrusted to you. That's what makes your journey sacred. That's what makes it beautiful. The way I've wired you, the way I've gifted you, the way I've positioned you, it's all intentional. You're not behind. You're not late. You're right on time for the unfolding of my will in your life. So take a breath. Feel the weight of my presence right here, right now. I am not far away. I am closer than your own heartbeat. You've looked for me in the grand gestures, in the dramatic moments. But I've been here in the quiet, in the stillness before dawn, in the whisper of encouragement you didn't expect, in the inexplicable peace that found you when nothing in your situation had changed. That was me. It's always been me. You may not realize it, but you've already begun to change. The way you see yourself, the way you see your future, I've been shifting those perspectives. You've started to hope again, even if it feels fragile. You've begun to believe that maybe, just maybe, you're not defined by the failures or losses of your past. That's my spirit breathing life back into the places that have been numbed for far too long. And I want to make you a promise. I will not stop. I will not let go of you. You've been afraid before that I might tire of you, that I might run out of patience, that my love for you might have a limit. But I am not like the people who have left you. I am not like the voices that have told you you're too much or not enough. My love for you is not conditional. My plans for you are not fragile. They are anchored in my character, and I do not change. So when the doubts come, and they will remember this moment, Remember that you were reminded you're in the right place, hearing the right words at the right time. This is not coincidence. This is the beginning of something new. And while you may not yet see every detail, you can be certain of this. I am with you, I am for you, and I will finish what I have started in you. My child, now that your heart has begun to awaken to my voice, I want you to lean in even closer. You've stepped into a moment that has the potential to change the course of your life, but it will require you to walk with me in trust. You've been searching for clarity, for the assurance that your steps are leading somewhere meaningful, and I am here to confirm it. Every single moment you've endured, every twist and turn that made no sense at the time, has been part of a greater plan. I know there are still shadows in your mind, questions that whisper, what if it doesn't work out? Or, what if I'm not strong enough? But hear me, you are stronger than you know, not because of your own might, but because my strength flows through you. You have wondered, why now? Why is this happening at this moment in my life? And I tell you, because this is the appointed time. You may think you're unprepared, but you've been in preparation for far longer than you realize. The seasons of waiting, the times when you felt overlooked, were actually seasons of deep planting. And now, what I planted in the soil of your soul is ready to break through the surface. There's a harvest ahead of you of joy, of peace, of restored dreams, but you must continue to water it with faith and obedience. Do you remember the nights you prayed, not even knowing the words to say? The times you could only whisper my name because the pain in your heart was too heavy? I was there, counting every tear, collecting every sigh. Nothing has been wasted. Those moments were seeds too. Seeds of surrender, seeds of reliance, seeds of intimacy with me. And now, those seeds are about to bear fruit in ways you never imagined. This is why you must not turn back now. The enemy would love to convince you that quitting is easier, that comfort lies in returning to old ways. But those old ways only lead to the same dead ends you've already escaped. I am setting the stakes before you clearly. This season matters. If you walk forward in faith, there are breakthroughs ahead that will bless not just you, but generations after you. Your obedience now will unlock blessings your children and their children will walk in. But if you choose to shrink back, you will delay what I have prepared, and the weight of what could have been will linger on your spirit. That is not my desire for you. I have not called you to live in regret. I have called you to live in fullness. And I need you to understand your journey is unlike anyone else's. That's why comparing yourself to others has left you feeling drained and defeated. Their timeline is not your timeline. Their calling is not your calling. I've written your story with details that no one else could carry. That's why some doors have shut, not because you weren't worthy, but because they would have taken you down a path that wasn't meant for you. I am the one who closes and opens doors. Trust me when I close them, for it is always to protect you or redirect you toward something better. So when you feel the pressure to rush ahead, to force things before they're ready, remember this: the timing is part of the miracle. Just as the earth turns unseen and yet brings the dawn at the exact right moment, so will your breakthrough arrive exactly when it is meant to. You do not need to strain to make it happen. You need to stay aligned with me. Keep your heart tender, your ears open, and your spirit willing. I will lead you step by step, and when the time comes, you will look back and see that I wasted nothing. And even now, I am working behind the scenes. There are conversations happening about you that you don't know of yet. Alignments being made in your favor, people being stirred to help you, opportunities being set in place. Some of them will surprise you because they will come from places you never thought to look. This is how I work. I delight in exceeding your expectations and showing you that I can move in ways far beyond what you could imagine. Stay close to me, for in the days ahead, distractions will try to pull you away. They will not come as obvious threats, but as subtle compromises, small decisions that seem harmless, but will begin to shift your focus. Guard your heart and your mind. Keep my words before you like a lamp for your feet. There will be times when the path seems narrow, and you will be tempted to look for shortcuts. But do not be deceived. Every step you take with me, even the slow ones, is progress toward the destiny I have designed. I want you to picture it. The moment when the promises you've been clinging to become reality. The moment you see the miracle in full bloom. The joy, the relief, the overwhelming gratitude it's waiting for you. But you must keep moving toward it. You must refuse to let fear dictate your steps. This is not just about holding on, it's about rising up. You are not merely surviving, you are stepping into victory. And with every step, you're proving that faith is stronger than fear, that hope is more powerful than despair, and that my love will always have the final word in your story. My child, listen closely, because what I am about to tell you must take root deep in your heart. You've been walking with a mixture of hope and hesitation, and I want to bring you into a place of complete trust. There can be no halfway surrender in what I am doing with you now. You have tasted enough of my presence to know it is real, and you have seen glimpses of my hand moving in your life. But I want you to live in a constant awareness of it. I don't want you to merely visit peace in rare moments. I want peace to become the atmosphere you breathe every single day. The winds of opposition will blow again. The waves of uncertainty will rise. But I assure you, they will not sink you. You have already been through storms you thought would destroy you. Yet here you are, not by your own strength, but because I was holding you. And the same hand that carried you through before will carry you again. Remember this when fear tries to creep in. Your future is not in the hands of chance, nor in the control of those who have opposed you. It rests securely in my hands, and no power in heaven or on earth can take it from me. I want you to begin speaking as if you believe this. No more agreeing with the voice of defeat. No more repeating the lies that you are unworthy or incapable. Life and death are in the power of the tongue, and I am calling you to align your words with my promises. When you wake up, declare my goodness over your day. When you feel weakness, declare that my strength is made perfect in you. When the enemy whispers that you are alone, speak the truth. My God is with me, and he will never leave me. Let your own mouth become a weapon of faith that drives back the shadows. But understand, this isn't just about your words. It's about your posture. The posture of your heart matters more than the posture of your body. When you feel pressed on every side, you must lean toward me, not away from me. Too often, pain makes my children turn inward, isolating themselves from the very source of their healing. I am not asking you to pretend you are fine when you are not. I am asking you to bring your honest pain to me so that I can transform it. It is in your most vulnerable moments that I can do my most powerful work. And yes, I know you've been disappointed before. You've prayed for things that didn't happen the way you hoped. You've seen people you trusted turn away. You've faced days where your faith felt too small to make a difference. But let me tell you, not one of those moments has been wasted. Every unanswered prayer was a redirection to something better. Every loss taught you a deeper dependence on me. Every tear watered the soil of a greater harvest. Nothing you have gone through will be useless in my plan. Right now, you are in a critical place, the space between the promise and the fulfillment. It's a place where many give up because they cannot yet see the end. But I want you to see with the eyes of faith. When you can't see the finish line, focus on the next step, because I am in that step with you. I am not asking you to run ahead. I am asking you to walk steadily, with the assurance that I go before you to prepare the way. Even when you feel unsure, remember that your path is under my protection. There are things I've already removed from your future because they would have caused you harm. There are people I've kept from entering your life because their influence would have led you astray. Sometimes what feels like rejection is actually my protection. You may not thank me for it now, but one day you will look back and understand why those doors stayed closed. And in the same way, I am about to open doors you never even knocked on. Opportunities will come that you didn't strive for. simply because my favor is on you. Some of these blessings will seem sudden, but they have been years in the making. You have been sowing seeds in faith through your prayers, your acts of kindness, your moments of obedience. And now, the harvest is approaching. Do not grow weary in doing good, for in due season you will reap if you do not give up. My beloved, I need you to be ready not just for the battles, but for the blessings. Many think they are ready for increase, but when it comes, they are unprepared to carry it well. I am strengthening your character now so that when the abundance arrives, it will not crush you but lift you higher. I am teaching you to keep your eyes on me, so that your joy is not dependent on the size of the blessing, but on the one who gave it. Hold steady. The season of shaking is not meant to destroy you, but to remove what cannot remain. When the dust settles, you will see that only what is unshakable will be left standing, and you will be one of those who remain unshaken. My beloved child, let me speak to you now about the identity you carry, the one I have given you, not the one the world has tried to place upon you. Too long you have lived under labels and names that I never spoke over you. You've allowed the opinions of others, the sting of rejection, and the weight of past mistakes to shape how you see yourself. But I tell you the truth, none of those things define you. I do, and I call you chosen, redeemed, dearly loved, and set apart for my purposes. The enemy has worked hard to convince you otherwise, because if you ever truly believed who you are in me, his influence over your life would crumble. And that is exactly what is happening now. His grip is loosening. When I formed you, I did so with intention. Every gift you carry, every facet of your personality, every experience you've walked through, I wove them together with care. You are not a mistake, and nothing about you is accidental. Even the parts of your story you wish you could erase, I can use for good. This is why you must stop disqualifying yourself from my plans. Stop telling yourself that you are not ready, that you are not worthy, that someone else would do a better job. I knew exactly what I was doing when I chose you for this time and place. I saw the flaws you see in yourself, and I still said, yes, this one is mine. You've been through seasons where you felt invisible, overlooked by people and forgotten by life. But I have never overlooked you, not even for a moment. In fact, those seasons were the very times I was watching you most closely, because I was shaping your character in the hidden places. I was teaching you to hear my voice when no one else was around, to trust me without the applause or validation of others. It's in the quiet, unseen spaces where the deepest roots of faith are formed, and your roots are stronger than you realized. Now I am calling you into a new place, not because you have earned it by perfection, but because you have been faithful in your imperfection. You've stumbled, yes, but you've kept getting up. You've had days when you felt like letting go, yet you held on. You've had moments when you could have chosen bitterness, but instead you chose to keep believing. Those choices matter. They have been noticed in heaven. They have built a testimony that will inspire others when they see what I am about to do in your life. Do you remember when you asked me if you had any purpose left? When you wondered if the best days were behind you? I am here to tell you that your purpose is not over. It's unfolding. You've only seen the first chapters, and there are still pages to be written that will leave you in awe. Your story is not one of defeat. It is one of redemption and restoration. The enemy tried to steal your joy, your hope, your very reason for waking up in the morning, but I have come to restore what was lost and to give you even more than before. And here's what I want you to understand. Your life is not meant to be lived in survival mode. You were created for abundance, not just in material things, but in peace, in love, in purpose, in joy. I came that you might have life and have it to the full. That fullness begins not when everything is perfect, but when you choose to believe that my goodness is greater than your circumstances. I also need you to be aware the more you step into who you are in me, the more resistance you may face. Not everyone will celebrate your growth. Some will misunderstand you. Others may even try to pull you back into the places I've already delivered you from. This is why you must keep your eyes fixed on me. You cannot live for the approval of people and the calling I've placed on you at the same time. If you have to choose, always choose me. Always choose obedience over acceptance, truth over comfort, eternal rewards over temporary applause. Child, your worth is not determined by how others treat you. It is anchored in my love, which never changes. The cross was the proof once and for all that you are worth everything to me. I paid the highest price to bring you into my family, and I would do it again. That is how deeply I value you. And now I am inviting you to live as someone who is deeply valued, to walk with your head lifted, your shoulders back, and your heart full, knowing you belong to the King of Kings. My beloved, now that you have begun to see who you truly are in me, I want to open your eyes to the power and authority I have already placed within you. You have not been left defenseless in this world. You carry weapons that are not of this world, weapons mighty in my spirit to tear down strongholds, silence lies, and dismantle every scheme of the enemy. The same spirit that raised my son from the dead lives inside of you, and that power is not dormant, it is alive, active, and ready to be released as you walk in faith. Too often, you have looked at your life and seen only weakness. You've said to yourself, I don't have what it takes, or I'm not as strong as others. But I'm here to tell you, strength is not measured by how loud you roar, but by how deeply you remain rooted in me when the winds of trial blow. Strength is not about never feeling fear. It's about choosing to stand even when fear tries to push you down. And that strength is already in you, because I have put it there. You may think you have reached your limit, but I see so much more capacity within you. You can endure more than you believe, because my grace sustains you. You can rise higher than you imagined, because my hand lifts you. You can speak with more authority than you realize, because my word fills your mouth. The enemy trembles not because of your name, but because of the name you carry, mine. And every time you choose to stand in that truth, you walk in the victory I've already secured for you. I also want you to know that I have equipped you not only for defense, but for advancement. You were not meant to spend your life running from battles. You were made to take ground, to step into territories of peace, joy, and purpose that the enemy thought he could keep from you. There are promises that have your name on them, and it is time to begin claiming them. This will require courage, persistence, and faith, but it will also bring you joy unlike anything you have ever experienced before. And remember, you are not fighting alone. My angels go before you. My presence surrounds you. My spirit whispers guidance in the stillness of your heart. There are moments when you feel isolated, but the reality is that heaven's armies are moving on your behalf even now. Do not let the silence make you think nothing is happening. The greatest victories are often prepared in the unseen. You will also notice something as you begin to walk more boldly. Not all resistance comes from the enemy. Sometimes I will allow obstacles to remain in your path, not to harm you, but to strengthen you. Just as muscles grow when they are tested, your faith grows when it is exercised. The weight you feel pressing against you right now is not meant to crush you. It is meant to build you. Every challenge you face is a training ground for the greater assignments I have for you. So I ask you to see your current battles differently. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Begin to ask, what is this building in me? Instead of seeing opposition as a sign you are in the wrong place, understand that resistance often proves you are in the right one. The enemy does not waste his attacks on those who pose no threat to his plans. If you are feeling the pressure, it is because you are valuable to my kingdom. Do not underestimate the influence you carry. Your faith, your words, your choices, they ripple out further than you realize. Someone is watching you right now, and your perseverance is speaking louder to them than any sermon could. They are learning through your example that I am faithful, that I do sustain, that I do keep my word. And when your breakthrough comes, and it will, your testimony will become the spark that ignites faith in others. Child, this is why I have been calling you deeper into my presence. Not so you can simply feel better for a moment, but so you can be equipped for a lifetime of purpose. My presence is your refuge, but it is also your training ground. It is where you learn to recognize my voice, where you are strengthened for the road ahead, where you receive the wisdom to navigate what's coming. You are not who you used to be. The old you could not have carried what is about to be placed in your hands, but you have been refined, shaped, and empowered. And now it is time to walk as a warrior who knows the battle is already won. Every step you take forward in faith shakes the ground under the enemy's feet. So rise up, my beloved. Lift your head. Tighten your grip on my promises. The victory is not just coming, it is already here, and you are walking into it. My beloved, the path I am leading you on now is one of restoration, not just of circumstances, but of your very soul. I am not content to simply rearrange the pieces of your life. I want to make all things new. There are wounds in you that have lingered for years, even decades, hidden beneath layers of strength you've built to survive. You have carried these quietly, thinking you've moved past them. But every so often they rise to the surface, bringing back the sting of old pain. I am telling you today, it is time for those wounds to be healed completely. I do not heal partially. When I touch something, it is made whole. You have believed the lie that healing takes a lifetime, that some hurts are simply too deep to ever be fully mended. But I want you to know, one moment in my presence can do what years of striving cannot. The pain that has shaped how you see yourself, how you trust others, and even how you think of me, I am removing it. Not to erase your story, but to take away its power to hold you hostage. I will leave the memory, but I will take away the sting. You will be able to speak of these things without the ache in your chest, without the weight in your spirit, because they will no longer define you. You've asked me why I didn't stop certain things from happening, why I allowed betrayals, losses, and heartbreaks that shook your foundation. I want you to understand I have never been the author of your pain. The brokenness of this world brought those things into your life, but I have always been the one redeeming them. Even in the moments you thought I was silent, I was holding you, working to turn what was meant for harm into something that would bring you strength, compassion, and depth beyond what you had before. I see the moments you have hidden from others when you smiled on the outside but were crumbling on the inside. When you told everyone you were fine, but in the quiet you fought battles they could not see. You have learned to survive, but now I am teaching you to live. And living means stepping into a freedom that does not depend on circumstances. It means finding joy in places where you once felt only emptiness. It means walking through each day with a lightness in your heart because you know you are safe in my hands. And this restoration I am bringing is not only for your own sake, it is for the sake of others. There are people I am sending your way who will be drawn to you not because of your perfection, but because of your scars. They will see the healed places in you and realize that the same can happen for them. You will carry hope into the darkest corners, simply by being living proof that I can make all things new. Your story will no longer be one of loss, but of victory. But to step into this restoration fully, you must be willing to release the weight you've been carrying. There are grudges, regrets, and self-condemning thoughts you've held onto as if they were part of who you are. They are not. Lay them down. I am not asking you to understand every detail of why things happened as they did. I am asking you to trust me enough to hand them over. When you release what is in your hands, you make room for what I have been longing to place there. And hear me, I am not asking you to face this process alone. I am walking with you through every step. My presence is your shelter in this healing. There will be days when the process feels heavy, when old memories resurface, but I will be there to steady you. I will remind you of who you are now, not who you were then. I will speak peace over your thoughts and courage into your heart. In this season, I want you to guard your heart carefully. Not every voice around you speaks truth. Some will try to keep you in the identity of your past because they cannot see beyond it. Do not let them. You are not bound to the opinions of those who have never seen the work I am doing inside you. Let my voice be louder than theirs. You are stepping into a chapter where the shadows of yesterday will no longer follow you. You will not only walk freely, you will run. And with every step you will feel the weight lifting, the chains falling, and the joy rising. This is the beginning of your restoration, and it is more complete, more beautiful, and more powerful than you've ever dared to hope. My child, as I restore you, I also want to prepare you, because the freedom I am giving you is not just to bless you, but to position you for the assignments I have written into your destiny. You have asked me to guide you, to show you what comes next, and I am revealing it step by step. I will not show you everything at once, for your heart might feel overwhelmed. Instead, I am building your trust in the daily walk, the moment-by-moment leading, where you learn to depend on my direction more than your own understanding. You must know this: the days ahead will require a faith that is active, not passive. This is not a season for standing still in fear, waiting for everything to feel safe before you move. You will learn that safety is not the absence of risk, but the presence of my hand guiding you. Every time I tell you to take a step into the unknown, I will already have gone ahead to prepare the way. I do not call you into empty places. I call you into territory that I have already claimed for you. You will be tempted to measure your progress by what you can see. But I tell you, some of the greatest advancements in your life will happen beneath the surface. Like roots spreading deep before a tree bursts through the soil, my work in you often begins hidden. Do not despise these hidden seasons. They are the foundation that will keep you standing when the winds blow. When others see the fruit later, you will know it was the deep work done in secret with me that made it possible. I will also teach you discernment in this next chapter. There will be opportunities that look good, but are not from me. The enemy has no problem dressing traps in beautiful wrapping. That is why I will train your ears to hear my voice so clearly that even the most convincing counterfeit will not deceive you. You will learn to pause before stepping forward, to seek my counsel, and to wait until you have my peace. My peace is your compass. It will never lead you into destruction. Child, I am not only giving you discernment, I am also increasing your authority. The prayers you pray will carry more weight because they will be aligned with my will. You will speak and see mountains move, not because of your own power, but because you will be standing in agreement with heaven. You will begin to recognize that you are not a beggar asking for scraps. You are a son, a daughter with full access to the resources of my kingdom. When you speak in faith, you are releasing the authority I have entrusted to you. This is also a time to strengthen your foundation in my word. The enemy knows that a believer without the word is like a soldier without a sword. You will need my truth planted so deeply in you that no lie can uproot it. When the storms come, and they will, it is my word that will keep you steady. It is not enough to simply read it. You must let it take root. Let it become the very lens through which you see the world, yourself, and your future. And I want you to pay attention to the relationships I bring into your life. I will send people who will walk with you, encourage you, and sharpen your faith. Some will mentor you, others you will mentor, and still others will simply be companions for the journey. Value them, for none will be accidental. At the same time, there are relationships I will ask you to release. Not because I want you to live isolated, but because some connections will pull you away from what I am building in you. When I tell you to let go, trust that it is always for your good. I also want you to understand influence is coming. People you never expected to notice, you will watch your life. Some will come with genuine hearts, others with hidden motives, but all will see the evidence of my hand upon you. Handle this influence with humility. Never forget that every open door, every favor you receive is a gift from me, not a reward for perfection. Stay anchored in my presence so that the blessings I pour out do not become distractions from the one who gave them. Beloved, your next steps will not be small, but you are ready because I have made you ready. When you feel fear trying to rise, remind yourself that you are not walking into the unknown alone. You are walking with the one who knows the end from the beginning. Take my hand, lift your head, and move forward with confidence. The season you are stepping into will be one of both growth and glory, growth that will stretch you, and glory that will remind you that everything good comes from my hand. My beloved, as you walk into this season of growth and glory, I want you to grasp the truth that your life is a living testimony. Everything you have endured, every tear, every silent battle, has been woven into a story that speaks of my faithfulness. You are not simply moving into a better chapter. You are becoming a sign to others that I am real, that I keep my promises, and that nothing is too hard for me. Your journey will not just be about what I do for you, but about how your transformation will invite others to believe again. The people around you may not fully understand the depth of what I am doing in you. Some will see only the surface, the outward changes, but I am building something far deeper inside. I am shaping your spirit so it can hold the weight of the blessings I am pouring out. I am strengthening your resolve so that when storms come again, and they will, you will not be moved. The peace I am giving you now is not fragile. It is unshakable, anchored in the truth of who I am. You will begin to see the evidence of my hand in ways that will leave you in awe. Prayers you prayed long ago, prayers you had almost forgotten, will suddenly begin to be answered. People you have interceded for will begin to experience breakthroughs. Doors that were shut for years will open with ease. And when these things happen, remember to give me the glory. Do not let your heart be lifted up in pride, as though your own strength or wisdom brought them about. It is my goodness, my timing, and my favor that will make it possible. But I want you to know something important. The blessings I give you are not just for you. I am calling you to be a vessel, a channel through which my love, my provision, and my truth can flow to others. When I bless you, it is so that you can bless others. When I heal you, it is so that you can speak healing into the lives of those still hurting. When I restore you, it is so that you can declare to others that restoration is possible. This is how my kingdom advances, through lives that overflow with what they have received from me. I am also preparing you for moments where your obedience will be tested. There will be times I ask you to step out in faith before you see the result. There will be moments when I ask you to give before you know where the return will come from. These are not moments to fear, but opportunities to watch my faithfulness unfold. Every act of obedience plants a seed, and every seed will produce a harvest in due time. You will learn that you can never outgive me, never outserve me, never outlove me. Child, I am also placing a new boldness in your spirit. This is not arrogance, but holy confidence, the kind that comes from knowing you are walking in step with my will. You will no longer shrink back when I call you to speak truth. You will no longer hide the light I have placed in you, out of fear of rejection. You will learn to stand, not in anger or pride, but in the quiet, unshakable certainty that comes from knowing you belong to me. And in that boldness, you will inspire others to rise as well. There will be seasons ahead where you will feel stretched, where you will wonder if you are capable of handling what I have entrusted to you. In those moments, remember this: I do not call the qualified, I qualify the called. If I place something in your hands, it is because I have already given you everything you need to fulfill it. And when you feel the weight of responsibility pressing on you, remember that you are not carrying it alone. I am your strength. I am your helper. I am the one who sustains you. Beloved, I am not only leading you into new territory, I am making you into a pioneer. You will tread paths that others have avoided. You will break through barriers that generations before you could not. And you will do it not in your own power, but through my Spirit. The victories you walk into will not just belong to you. They will create a legacy for those who come after you. Your faith will pave the way for blessings that will outlive you. So walk forward with open hands and an open heart. Keep your eyes fixed on me. Let your life be a constant reminder to the world that I am faithful. that I am good, and that I finish every work I begin. You are stepping into days where your trust will be rewarded, your obedience will bear fruit, and your joy will overflow like a river that cannot be contained. My beloved, as the river of joy begins to overflow in your life, I want you to understand that this is not a fleeting season. What I am doing in you is not temporary. It is a transformation meant to last. The joy I give is not dependent on circumstances, nor is it fragile like the happiness the world offers. It is anchored in my presence, rooted in my promises, and sustained by the truth that I am unchanging. This joy will carry you through challenges yet to come, and it will be a source of strength for others who see it shining through you. In the days ahead, you will notice that the battles that once terrified you will no longer have the same power over you. You will face challenges with a steadiness you never thought possible, because you will know that you are not standing alone. My presence will be as real to you as the air you breathe, and this awareness will shift how you respond to every obstacle. Fear will lose its grip. Doubt will lose its voice. The peace I give will silence the chaos. But I also want you to prepare for the weight of influence that comes with this transformation. People will be drawn to the light in you, some to receive, some to test, and some even to oppose. You must guard your heart with wisdom and humility. Not everyone who applauds you will have pure intentions, and not everyone who criticizes you will be against you. This is why you must keep your ear tuned to my voice above all others. Let my approval be your anchor, and my instructions be your guide. I am raising you to be a leader, but not in the way the world defines leadership. True leadership in my kingdom is service. It is humility. It is love that puts others first. The authority I give you will always be tied to the responsibility of carrying my heart to those you encounter. The more influence I give you, the deeper I will call you into humility, for pride is the greatest threat to what I am building in you. Stay low before me, and I will lift you higher than you ever imagined, not for your glory, but for mine. There will also be moments where I will ask you to speak life into places that seem dead. I will lead you to speak hope where there is despair, faith where there is fear, and love where there is hate. Sometimes this will be to individuals, other times it will be to entire communities. You may feel unprepared, but I will put the words in your mouth. Trust that when I send you, I also equip you. And as you pour out to others, remember to stay filled yourself. You cannot give what you do not have. Stay in my word. Stay in prayer. Stay in the secret place with me. Let your roots remain deep in my presence, so that no matter how much you pour out, you will never run dry. I will be your constant source, your living water, your daily bread, your ever-present help. Child, you will also see restoration spreading into areas of your life you never thought possible. Relationships that were strained will find new life. Opportunities that seemed lost forever will resurface in unexpected ways. Even the dreams you buried, believing they were gone, will be resurrected in my perfect timing. I am the God of redemption, and I take delight in bringing beauty from ashes. I want you to live with expectation, not the kind of expectation that demands specific outcomes, but the kind that trusts that whatever I bring will be good. Walk into each day believing that I am working all things for your good, even the things that don't look good in the moment. This posture of faith will keep you steady in the unknown and will guard your heart from discouragement. And as you keep moving forward, know this: I have not just chosen you to experience this transformation for your sake. I am writing your life into the larger story of my kingdom. Every step you take in obedience, every act of faith, every moment you choose love over fear, it is all part of a bigger plan, one that will ripple far beyond your own lifetime. You are part of something eternal, something unshakable, something that will last forever. My beloved, now that you see you are part of something eternal, I want you to understand the depth of the inheritance I have placed before you. You are not just passing through this life hoping to survive. You are walking toward a promise that has no end. The treasures I have stored for you are not the kind that fade or rust, they are everlasting, secure in my kingdom. Every choice you make to honor me, every moment you choose faith over fear, adds to that inheritance. And though you will taste blessings here, the fullness of what I have prepared for you will be beyond anything your mind can yet comprehend. I know you have felt at times that you have given much and seen little return. You have poured yourself out in love, in service, in sacrifice, and wondered if anyone noticed. I want you to know, I noticed. Heaven has kept account of every unseen act of kindness, every hidden prayer, every moment you chose to do what was right, even when no one else was watching. These things are not forgotten. They are seeds planted in eternity, and their harvest is certain. But child, I am also calling you to live as one who is already rich in me. Too many of my children walk through life as if they are lacking, as if they are still waiting to be loved, accepted, and chosen. You are already loved. You are already accepted. You are already chosen. You have full access to my presence, my wisdom, my provision, and my power. When you begin to live with the awareness of this truth, it will change how you face every challenge. You will not come to me as a beggar, but as a son or daughter confident in the love of their father. I also want you to understand the authority that comes with this inheritance. You do not have to passively accept everything life throws at you. Stand on my promises. Speak them over your life, over your family, over your future. When you speak my word in faith, you are aligning yourself with the very power that created the universe. That power is not distant. It lives in you through my spirit. Use it. Walk in it. Let it shape your reality. But remember, authority without intimacy becomes dangerous. The power I give you must always flow from a close relationship with me. Stay in the secret place, where you hear my voice clearly. Let my spirit guide when to move, when to speak, and when to be still. Your strength will not come from striving, but from staying connected to me. In this season, I will also teach you to see opposition differently. What looks like a closed door may be my protection. What feels like a delay may be my preparation. When you encounter resistance, do not immediately assume you are in the wrong place. Ask me what I am doing in that moment. Sometimes the enemy will resist you because you are advancing my kingdom. Other times I will allow resistance to strengthen you for what's ahead. Either way, nothing can touch you without passing through my hands first. I am also asking you to lift your vision higher. Stop measuring your future by your current circumstances. My plans for you are not limited by your resources, your experience, or your past. I can open doors you never knew existed. I can connect you with people you never imagined meeting. I can create opportunities out of situations that seem impossible. Do not limit your prayers to what feels reasonable. Ask me for what only I can do. Beloved, I have placed eternity in your heart for a reason, to remind you that this life is not the end. Live with that perspective. Let it shape your priorities, your relationships, and your decisions. Invest in what will last forever: faith, love, truth, and the souls of those around you. When you live with eternity in mind, fear loses its power, and hope becomes your constant companion. You are not small in my eyes. You are not overlooked in my kingdom. You carry my name, my spirit, and my promises. Walk like the air you are, and let the certainty of your inheritance give you courage to step boldly into everything I have for you. My beloved, as you walk boldly in the reality of your inheritance, I want to speak to you about perseverance, the kind that does not crumble when trials come, the kind that grows stronger under pressure. You see, faith that only thrives in comfort is not yet mature. I am building in you a faith that can withstand storms, a faith that can carry you through the valleys as surely as it lifts you on the mountaintops. This faith will be your anchor in every season, your unshakable foundation when everything else seems uncertain. I know you have faced seasons when you questioned whether you could endure another day, times when the weight of life felt so heavy that even breathing seemed like work. Yet here you are. You did not break, because I was holding you. Even when you didn't feel me, I was there, steady, present, carrying you when you couldn't take another step. And if I carried you then, do you not believe I will carry you now? My child, I have not brought you this far to leave you. Perseverance is not about pretending the pain doesn't exist. It's about knowing that pain is temporary, but my promises are eternal. It's about looking at the waves and choosing to believe that the one who walks on water can also hold you above them. It's about waking up each day and saying, I will trust him again today, even when the answers have not yet come. And in this journey, you will begin to see that the trials you face are not only shaping you, they are positioning you. Every test has been an opportunity to deepen your reliance on me, to train your spirit to hear my voice more clearly, and to remove what does not belong in the next season of your life. The very struggles that the enemy hoped would destroy you are becoming the very things that are strengthening you. Do not underestimate what happens when you remain faithful in the small things. Perseverance is built in the daily choices, in prayer when you don't feel like praying, in obedience when it costs you something, in kindness when you feel overlooked. These choices are shaping your character in ways you cannot yet see. And one day, when you step into promises fulfilled, you will realize it was these unseen moments that prepared you to carry the blessing well. There will be days when weariness tries to settle over you, when the temptation to give up will feel almost reasonable. In those moments, remember this: the enemy fears your endurance. He knows that if you refuse to quit, he cannot win. The moment you choose to keep going, despite the opposition, you have already claimed victory in my name. I am also placing people around you who will help you persevere. Some will speak encouragement into your life when you need it most. Others will simply walk beside you in silence, their presence a reminder that you are not alone. And just as you receive strength from them, you will also be that source of strength for others. Perseverance is contagious. Your faithfulness will inspire others to hold on when they are tempted to let go. Child, I will use your perseverance as a platform to display my glory. When people see how you endured, how you stayed faithful when it would have been easier to quit, they will know that it was not human willpower that kept you, but divine strength. Your story will point them to me. And in that, your trials will not have been wasted. They will have become testimonies. So do not despise the process. Do not believe the lie that this season will last forever. I am the God who redeems time, who restores joy, who brings beauty out of ashes. Hold on to me, and you will see that the very places where you felt most broken will become the places where my light shines brightest. My beloved, the race is not over, and you are not running it alone. Fix your eyes on me. Breathe in my peace. Keep moving forward, step by step. The crown of victory is not for those who start quickly, but for those who finish faithfully. And you will finish well, because I am with you until the very end. My beloved, as you draw closer to the finish of this message I am speaking over your life, I want you to feel the certainty of my promises settling deep within you. You have walked through fire, yet you are still standing. You have weathered storms, yet here you are, stronger than before. This is not an accident. It is the proof that my hand has been on you every moment. And now, I am declaring over you that the days ahead will be marked not by the shadows of the past, but by the light of my presence, leading you into new beginnings. I want you to understand something. Nothing in your life has been wasted. Not the tears, not the waiting, not even the seasons you thought were failures. I have used them all to shape your heart, to deepen your compassion, to strengthen your resolve, and to prepare you for what I am about to release into your life. You have been in a time of refining, and now you will step into a time of fulfillment. The seeds you planted in faith, some through prayer, some through sacrifice, some through simple obedience, are about to bear fruit. But as these blessings unfold, I am calling you to remain anchored in me. Do not let the increase distract you from the one who gave it. Let your gratitude be the constant thread in every moment. Remember that blessings are not simply rewards, they are responsibilities. What I pour into your life is meant to flow through you to others. You will be a carrier of hope, a vessel of peace, a channel of provision, because I will trust you to steward well what I place in your hands. You will see relationships mended, doors opened, and opportunities arise that seemed impossible before. There will be moments when you stand in awe and say, "Only God could have done this." And that will be your testimony that I am faithful, that I am good, and that I always keep my word. Even when the process was painful, even when you couldn't see what I was doing, I was working for your good. And I want you to hear me clearly. I am not just giving you a breakthrough for this moment. I am shifting the trajectory of your future. The patterns that once held you back are being broken. The cycles of loss, fear, and defeat that tried to repeat in your life are coming to an end. From this point forward, you will walk with a new confidence, not in your own ability, but in my unshakable presence with you. You will notice that your perspective begins to change. What once overwhelmed you will no longer have the same power. The things that used to make you anxious will now be met with peace, because you will remember how I have brought you through before. And with each new challenge, your first instinct will no longer be fear, it will be faith. This is the transformation I have been working in you all along. I also want you to prepare your heart for the influence I am placing on your life. Others will be drawn to you not because you have all the answers, but because you carry my presence. Your peace will attract the restless, your joy will inspire the weary, and your faith will challenge the doubters. Do not shrink back from this, it is part of your calling. I have designed you to be a light in the darkness, and I will give you the wisdom to shine without burning out. Beloved, I want you to walk into tomorrow with your head lifted high, knowing you are loved beyond measure, chosen with purpose, and equipped for every step ahead. You are stepping into a season where my faithfulness will not just be something you read about, it will be the story you live. Hold on to me, trust my timing, and watch as I do more than you ever dared to hope or imagine. Amen. If this word has stirred your heart, share it. Let my message reach